Theaters with Tango and Coop.
Movies, music, video games, and more.
What's going on, y'all? Tango and Coop back again with another reaction. This time we're going to check out a new music video from YG called 2004.
YG new?
New
But it's
YG.
2004.
But it's talking about, well, I'm assuming it's talking about something that happened in 2004. The premise of the video, from what I've read, because I haven't seen it yet, he's talking about time he was, at least one time, where he was sexually assaulted as a minor by an older woman.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Serious topic.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I feel like I'm going to appreciate about the video, because for the most part, hip-hop is very misogynistic, very violent. So for him to, what I think is going to be expose a level of vulnerability in his music is going to be kind of interesting. So
Indeed.
I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Let's get into it.
Right off the back, I already like the beat as it's coming in.
Yeah.
Give me that straight West Coast vibe. I'm about to be out here.
It's got that little
Pew.
bop with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
When I was young, I got raped by a bitch twice my age.
So he just come off the top
Coming
and said
right
it.
out the gate.
First line.
Let it be known. Okay. Man. Wild.
All right.
Let's hear it. Let's hear what else happened.
Me up from school to me to hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked that shit the same. Fucked up in the brain, pussy what I blame. Fried, so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all this fucked up shit I sang. Fucked up, yeah I know. Fucked up against I'm old. I'm so used to fucked up, I get fucked up at the show. Fucked up, yeah I know. How fucked up could it go? Nipsey left me like how Biggie left Ho. Whoa. And Slim got his life stole. Telling myself I'll be alright though. Shit really fucking with my psycho. My little bitch lost her life in light pole.
They tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh babe, why you had to hurt me?
Okay, now back when I was a juvie and shit, got used for the dick. I ain't even know what to do with the bitch, confused a bit. Her niece, I went to school with the bitch. My screws loose, who got the tools to fix? So I went to the homies and we talked about it. They thought exotic, that was their only thoughts about it. Dick hard, cause of clothes, she stripped all about it. Hypnotized from them hip and thighs, all hypnotic. Yeah, that's when I bust my first nut. Young nigga with his dick all in a grown up. With the shit seem real quick, how I growed up. Got took advantage of, and I liked it, so what? Y'all call that sex abuse shit.
So getting into it with your boys' reaction, if you into that situation, I mean, your boys are, for the most part, they're rooting you on at that point.
I mean, basically, because
it's on some ego. It's on some ego tip.
And I know it's hypocritical, because if this was a switch situation with a younger girl and an adult male,
right,
off top, like everybody's like, nah, that's a no go. But when it's the other way around, and I don't know if that's just because men in puberty, like it's a notch in the belt to be able to have an older woman.
Right. I mean, that's like when you hear the stories about a male teacher messing with a younger female, it's big news. It's over the news. It's slandered across the news. It's a big deal. And then there's watches for the dude's life. The whole night.
Right.
When it's a woman, even though you have seen it on the news where there's a woman that took advantage of a younger boy, it's always like, oh, in other news, there was a teacher that was arrested for messing with a younger. And then by the weather, it's like it's just brushed over. It's
but I mean, even at that, when it's talked about, like you think a lot of dudes would be like, man, where were these teachers at when I was in school?
Right, and that's the typical.
Yeah,
the typical answer
response
is like, yeah, where were these teachers when I was young?
It's like, more, for some reason, it's more socially acceptable for a young man to be sexually assaulted than it is for a young woman to be sexually assaulted. So then this just makes me wonder, like, how many young men, have this same story that either they're too embarrassed to tell or nobody really took them seriously.
Right. Right.
You know?
And then those are the ones that have the problems later because now they don't want to even tell anybody anything further. They're just like,
Right.
they just bottle it up.
Right.
You know.
Never talk about it again. Leads to a whole different. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Interesting.
Yeah.
See what he got.
I just thought she was doing some cool shit. If I would've told mama about the new shit, the bitch probably would've been up on the news clip.
They tell me don't worry. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh, babe. Why you had to hurt me?
So just think before the next time you start asking, why's you like that? Why's you savage? Why every hoe you fuck with is never long lasting? No access to my heart, I give no passage. A bitch took advantage of me, I ain't got no trust. The bitch took advantage of me, I ain't getting no fuss. At 14 years old, I got my dick sucked. At 14 years old, I got my dick fucked. The hoe was 30 years old, and I never told. Was dating her niece when this happened, it was swearing on my soul. I ain't wanna spill the tea, so I just let her go. Cause me and the auntie kept fucking for sure. Then one day I feel like this was too much. I knew this wasn't regular as I grew up. She told me eat her ass, after that I threw up. Ooh, can't believe I had my face in the
They
butt.
tell me don't worry.
Man, so we talking about it from YG's perspective, but then also to flip it, like if he's, I don't want to say him, if the girl that he was dating, aunt, who's 30 years old, is messing with a 14, 15-year-old kid,
Right.
like how messed up is she?
That part.
You know? Like is there sexual abuse in her past also as well as to why she doesn't respect herself enough to not have sex with a kid, basically?
Right.
Like, is that the best that she thought she could do at that time?
Could be.
Like, man, it's a cold world out there, man.
Chain reaction.
Right? Because trauma begets trauma. They say misery loves company, right?
And see the flip side, talking about how, one side of the story is more socially accepted, the other depending on who the character pieces are in the scenario. Is this song also being brushed over because it's a dude?
Right.
Is it being is the song getting the notoriety it deserves? Is it getting the shine that it deserves? Is it getting the ears that should be?
Yeah.
But
is it taken as seriously as it would be if it was?
Or is like the industry or in general just people just going
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like and this is just an example. I don't know if Beyonce was sexually assaulted or anything like that, but if this was a Beyonce song talking about how when she was 14. She was sexually assaulted by a 30-year-old.
There'd be an Oprah interview. There'd be a 60 Minutes interview. There'd be something.
Right.
There'd be something going on. Yeah. For sure.
So
for
double
sure.
standard is real.
For sure. Yeah. Like why? If this is a story, if this is real, and I'm not saying it's
Which
not.
I imagine.
Yeah.
It would
I'm
be.
not saying that it's not. But if this is real, and he's pouring this out in this song, why isn't more people taking a look at it? Why isn't he on? Why isn't he getting the interviews and the attention that it would get if it was a Beyonce or a Rihanna or somebody else like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, at a minimum, if this isn't his story, he's telling somebody's story.
Right.
He's telling somebody's story.
For sure.
Yeah.
They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me. Not even on my worst day. This life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh, babe. Why you had to hurt me? You don't deserve me. You try to hurt me. You don't deserve me. You don't know, baby. You don't know. You don't deserve me. You try to hurt me. Oh, babe.
Man, so now that we've seen the full video, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a take that I don't think most, especially in hip hop, will come forth to speak about.
Right.
So kudos to YG for speaking up.
Yeah.
If this is a true story, then this should be told, right?
Props to YG.
So
for sharing his trauma or sharing somebody's trauma.
Video set up to look like a therapy session,
Right.
So it definitely feels like he's trying to get some attention, like hear my story,
Get some stuff off his chest.
and I think part of that message is similar to what we were saying, is like, this is my story. I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes, knowing that it's not gonna get the headlines that it would had he been female.
Right.
If the shoes were on a different foot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, kudos to YG for.
Commendable
dropping the track.
for, because as it is to be in the streets, to be a thug, to be a gangster, vulnerability is not the name of the game.
Right.
If anything, that could get you killed.
Right.
So for him to expose himself like this, for him to speak his piece like this, like I find that impressive. Like I really don't know what I want to say right
Speechless.
now. I mean, basically, I'm at a loss for words right now.
Yeah, no.
But it was dope to see. It was dope to see.
Yeah, kudos.
I like it. I hope it gains more traction. I hope this gives other people the voice to speak up about, their trauma and actually seek some help.
I like that he took his art form, his way of releasing, and he used it to release.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Again. Because he released in. No.
You making light of a situation, man. But yeah, no,
Yeah, so that was YG 2004. Let us know what you thought in the comments.
Indeed.
Can you reach that?